welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brian and Amanda, as per the usual. And we're also here today with Todd Vicino, and we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk first about Power Broker, and let me pull my screen share up. Todd, would you like to introduce yourself while I do this?
Sure. My name is Todd Vicino. I'm the creator, writer of Power Broker, which is, in a nutshell, it's a world where anyone can have superpower. Geneticists have figured out how to super endow humans. So it's basically a point of going to a power brokerage. It becomes the next big industry. So you go to a power brokerage, they'll scan your genome, tell you what powers you're compatible with. If you can afford the power, you get the power. However, they're very pricey, so there's a huge black market for underground powers, black market powers, and to derive these, you go to a chop shop in the black market, and often the black market powers, you end up with a derangement, death, mutation, as in the shot here. So you really, it's a gamble going to the black market, but they're considerably cheaper. So a lot of people resort to that option. Now, to police this world, because this becomes a growing threat of these power jackers who get these black market powers, the city creates a special agency called the Creative Brokering Agency, Central Brokering Agency. They dispatch the power brokers as a male and a female partner to basically police the city. So you have a bunch of basically male and female superheroes going out to, police every sector of the city.
Hey, Kyron.
The power brokers they're brokered the 5 classic superpowers: super speed, strength, stamina, durability, and agility. And then they're brokered in a 6 power, which is like a psychic sense to kind of sense danger before it happens, which helps them get out of danger essentially before it happens. So that in a nutshell is Power Broker.
It's pretty good. See, Kyron has read Power Broker. Kyron. And he can attest to it's good. It's a good story.
Cool, yeah. It always means a lot when someone in the industry likes it. Like especially all the artists that we work with. Elvin Cheng, who he just did the prequel for the Predator Badlands comic for Marvel. So to have him on board and to really endorse it, that's great. Because he sees a lot of creative content. Leo Colapietro, who did the second cover, he's worked extensively in the industry. He sees a lot of stuff. He sees the promise. So this is all good. Good prep.
And if you like superhero stories, I don't know if I'd call this a superhero story.
Yeah,
it's not a classic superhero story, but it's certainly a superpowered story. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of darkly comic elements in it. Obviously, I mean, it lends itself to that. Especially like in this issue with this giant rampaging cannibal that they took him down the first time. Now they have to take him down again. Which is funny too, because this is the Ghostbusters episode, and I'd forgotten the ending, believe it or not. I didn't know when Stay Puft was going to come into if it was in one of the sequels, but it fits so perfectly to have a giant, rampaging thing in the city.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I guess there were giant rampaging things in the city in the sequel too, and honestly, yeah. I haven't seen, I saw the 2016 Ghostbusters too, but I haven't seen the newest ones. So
yeah, I saw the one with the kids. It's pretty good. I mean, what's missing though is like the dynamic of those 3 scientists.
Yeah.
And like the humor, the humor of those 3. And 2 of them wrote it. Dan Aykroyd, who played Ray Stantz, he co-wrote it with Harold Ramis, who
Yep.
played Egon Spengler, and they have the science. They had like the science speak down. You know, it was like just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and they yeah, I read that Harold Ramis, his character Egon, wasn't even supposed to be in that movie, but they were just having so much fun with it that they ended up putting him in, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, I love
So
it that he's like the tech guy. You know.
yeah, yeah. So art by John Kutzer, amazing, beautiful art. Looks so good when it's printed, and
It does.
it
From
like
that
yeah,
last
just
printing, it really does. I mean,
yeah. I
gorgeous.
I didn't make a mistake when I was ordering those, but I didn't order what we were originally intending to order because I fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean,
gloss,
it was yeah, like the offset printing though really makes the colors pop. Like it's really good for John's art there. And like it's not it's not cheaper paper or anything. It's just a different style of printing.
Yeah.
So it
Well, it's
came
like
out beautifully. And
the
I thought
the mat's nice.
it
You know, like
really
that matte
made
finish.
yeah, it really made the colors because that is the style of printing that does make colors pop more so than the other style of printing, the other type of printing. But I didn't expect it to be so dramatic. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing this one printed too because like I mean look at these pages, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild.
Which-
But you know, it's like you have a city of people that can have superpowers. So if you didn't explore some wild options, why waste that opportunity? You know, it's like
Right.
a perfect platform.
Yeah, and I do really love this cover Elvin did. It's
It's
I don't
great,
know.
yeah.
It's very like it's a good focal point. Like it's just a really good picture, really good piece.
Yeah,
I'm
so
too
well
tired to
done.
make my brain to say the thing that I'm trying to say. I think, but like it's there and it's a
Yeah.
good piece. Oops, I
Well,
am
it's only
trying to
8 o'clock
resize.
your time, right? Yeah.
It's after 8 here, just after 8, and that doesn't seem to matter at all. I'm just tired all the time.
Yeah.
So
It's a little
anyway,
later
yeah,
here.
we hadn't the last campaign too. We just had the one piece of extra merch, and this time you can get a shirt, a hoodie, which the hoodie comes with a book. So, I don't think anybody has complained to me about the cost of the hoodies except for the one person. And then Todd and I discussed it, and we're like, if you want a good hoodie, we have to charge that much, but you get a book
Yeah.
with it, so you should buy the hoodie. They're
Right.
really cool hoodies too. I didn't think that I'd like when we were playing with the colors and stuff. I didn't think I'd like this gray one, but I think
It is
I
cool.
don't know
yeah.
if it's my favorite one, like because I really like the green on the navy, but like that goldish, bronzy color, whatever that is,
It is.
on the
And-
gray looks really nice.
Yeah, and how many dark clothes can you have? It's nice to have something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
No such thing as too much. All right. Oh, and yeah, these, and I should pop Fisticuffs down in there too, because Fisticuffs by Fred Schwartz is a really good book too. But like, if you want to see all of our friends who have other good books, come down here and check this out. We did hit the stretch goal. Where is it? See, now if I was a more prepared person, I would have had this up already. So everybody who's backing at a physical level gets this metal bookmark now, because we made our first stretch goal. Pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
And it's creeping up. Like, we might get to that second stretch goal, which
Yeah, we could.
is a magnet, is a sparkly. We're going to glitter that shit up. So if we make it to 2,500, everybody who backed at a physical tier is going to get a sparkly magnet.
Yep. And a story about those metal bookmarks. My niece, my sister and brother-in-law, they backed the previous campaign, so they got the two previous metal bookmarks. And my niece uses it pretty much every day for school. And in fact, like one of the kids at school stole the other one. So I guess it's a pretty hot commodity.
Yeah, I didn't really consider that bookmarks were so popular with the kids, as it were. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Oh, and yeah, don't like. I always include some cool stuff that's more fisticuffs there. There's like mutant cosplayers or something. Yeah, or a gang. It's a gang. The cosplayers are a gang. StarCore's funded now. Woo! And like seriously, what have I been? I've been bitching at Kyron for like 2 years. I think like we want more StarCore, so I'm pretty excited that StarCore's funded.
Nice.
Yeah. What else do we want to say about Power Broker? Because that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah. You guys have any questions about Power Broker?
If you got a compatible power, what do you think it would be?
Hi, car guy.
That's a great question. There's so many. I mean, obviously flying would be fantastic, but I was also thinking like if you could phase shift, if you could,
Handy.
you know, to walk through walls and stuff, or just sink through anything. That could be kind of a cool power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a limit to what omniscience would be?
Yeah. Is there a limit? It's your world. How many powers can we have?
Omniscience has the downside of maybe driving you insane.
Yeah, you'd
Or
have a
even
really
driving just
strong
instant.
constitution. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I could handle that one.
It takes the joy out of discovery.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to teleport because driving fucking sucks, man. I hate
Hey, you should
driving.
try California.
Yeah.
I don't want to try California. I don't even like Iowa, okay? It sucks everywhere. And maintaining a car is so expensive. I hate cars. I hate driving.
Yeah.
I just,
cars
I
need
would
to drive us already. I'm on board for that.
Yeah.
100%.
And obviously this country is not interested in public transport, so teleporting.
Yeah.
Well, the people are.
Yeah, we are. Government, not so much.
But then you have movies like The Fly, which
Kyron said he's one of the horrible California drivers. Fair
Where's
enough.
Kyron at?
Me too.
Kyron, you're not San Francisco. Sacramento? He's in one of the big cities.
yeah, but it's bad up there. I've driven
it's
up
bad.
there from LA, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, LA is its own specialness. Yeah.
Right.
The worst city I've ever done was Chicago, driving myself. And I can only imagine that the West Coast is just 1,000 times worse than Chicago. It's just
totally
worse.
different.
Yeah.
There's hills everywhere, right?
California, people speed up more slowly. They accelerate slower, but they get a higher top speed. Chicago drivers, at least when you're right in the city, is very regimented. If you are not paying attention, you will be skinned alive in the street.
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not a fan.
And that's like LA too. I mean, it's, you have to drive offensively.
No, I think in LA you need to have your head so far up your asshole that you can't see, hear anything, and probably drive a Tesla if it's anything like San Francisco. They must design the seats in Teslas differently.
For napping or
No, so you can get your head way up your ass.
All right.
Not a fan of celestial cars.
Yeah. All right,
yeah,
and then
I'd
also
be down for teleporting though from place to place.
Yeah, teleporting would be amazing.
It's such a broken superpower.
It's a broken superpower.
Depending on how it's used, yes. Like if you can open portals, you just break the entire game.
No, I'm more I need to go to Target and just boom, I'm at Target and that's it.
Forgot my
Hey,
forgot
I
my
want to
wallet
go
at
visit
home.
my friend Katie in Scotland. Boom, I'm in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But how much stuff can you take with you? Where's
That's
the
true.
stopping there?
Whatever
You
you're
know, if
touching,
I could do
whatever's on
that
your
though, I
person,
could just
maybe.
teleport into a bank vault and just rob it, and so I could just buy new clothes wherever I am.
Like loopers.
Yeah.
Or not loopers, jumpers.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
They would have some sort of tech that prevents you from entering a secure
You'd have to have
zone.
Yeah.
supernatural
And honestly,
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure that if I had the ability to teleport, I could find a completely legitimate legal way to make just an assload of money too. It's just how
Also,
it is.
is time travel on the board? Because that's another game breaker.
Oh, in Power Broker?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't think it's readily available. No, I mean, maybe there's a villain introduced at some point that has that capability.
Maybe they've been there the whole time.
Well, maybe there's a good person who has it. You just never know because they're
Yeah.
keeping it, they only use it for good reasons and never to let other people know about it.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can have a more human story. You know, maybe they go back and like just to help somebody, and you know, it doesn't have to be the big, you know, spectacle and gore, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, once you fix the timeline, nobody knows you did it. So,
Pretty much.
Ooh. Trying to post the link with one hand because somebody just can't like sit anywhere else while we're streaming. Like I could be sitting here working and the camera's not on and he doesn't give a shit. But if we got the camera on and he needs to be here, it's like he knows.
Yeah.
Fame
That's your
hound.
thing, though. That's, you know.
Yeah, it would be weird if I didn't
cool.
have a cat, wouldn't it? All right, so
You guys want to see the Great Pyrenees down here?
yes.
oh, of course we want to see a dog. That's a big dog.
Wait, can't get the.
That's a horse.
Oh, that's so much
Fuzzy.
puppy.
Fuzzy.
Yes.
You adopted a bio.
Oh.
Hey, 120 pounds.
Yes.
Is he
proper
alive,
size
though?
Dog.
You were calling his name and he didn't even blink. Is he dead?
Oh, it was raining today, so he gets a little depressed because he can't.
Oh.
You know, I took him for a walk in the rain, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Dog
as
like
fun.
him, he's built for all weather. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Although
He's
he
just
doesn't
tired.
Rain puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. All right. Wow. So Todd picked Ghostbusters to talk about, and anybody who doesn't want to talk about Ghostbusters, just you can go now because we're going to start talking about Ghostbusters now. And Todd, feel free to interject any points in which Ghostbusters and Power Broker cross the
Sure.
streams, if you
I
will.
took notes. Yeah, it was fun to watch again.
So, yeah, we were having fun earlier, and then we got off on a tangent about what other movies Harold Ramis was in, and there's a few.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
anyway, we're talking
Yeah.
about, yes, okay, it's time for you to go. He's kicking me now. Okay, so, opening thoughts. Todd, you want to start with, like, your opening thoughts of
Sure.
Ghostbusters?
Sure. Well, you know, I think at its barest, you know, the Power Brokers are like the Ghostbusters, but instead of busting ghosts, they're busting power jackers and the chop shop operators in Potentia. So at its bare minimum. But like when I brought it up initially about the rescinder. So the Power Brokers use a device called a rescinder to rescind a violator's superpowers. And I kind of always equated it with or in trying to explain it, I equated it to the ghost trap.
Mhm.
You know, that kind of like takes in the ghosts. So, yeah, that kind of sparked this whole thing. And then with Stay Puft and Hugh Hefner, this works so perfectly.
Yeah.
You know.
Giant. Well, yeah. Hugh Hefner is enormous. He's like, what is he, like 200 feet tall? He's way bigger than the
Probably.
biggest building that we see him next to. So
And he's the cutest kaiju ever.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's certainly the cutest
hungriest
kaiju in Power Broker, I think. Well, I mean,
Honestly.
I've only seen up to issue 7. Like, that's as far as I know.
Yep.
And everything else Todd only knows. Like, it's only in Todd's brain, so.
Yeah, and if you follow it to the end, there are still parallels to Ghostbusters, I guess, but you know, not intentional, but yeah, some similarities.
All the stuff, all the media that we love ends up influencing us, even when we don't mean to. So that's not surprising, and I'm sure like you'll find like if we really look at it, we could probably find a lot of different influences that you didn't, or like maybe you didn't even see, and like they weren't officially influences, but
Yeah,
there's
and you
so
can draw
much.
parallels to a lot of stuff too. you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Amanda, opening thoughts on Ghostbusters.
I had watched it when I was younger, so rewatching it was a revelation for what I missed as a kid. And so there was a lot more rape, there was a lot more white people racism, there was a whole lot more just, it was a bad movie.
But it's a fun movie.
Was it?
Oh,
Did you
Brian.
enjoy the comedy, the
Yeah.
comedic interaction between?
There, yeah,
There
no.
wasn't a lot of comedy. Had a couple jump scares, then it definitely wasn't
Yeah.
horror. I kept seeing people trying to say it was horror, and I'm like, supernatural, yes. They were trying to crack jokes, so I see where they thought it might be a comedy.
Yeah. There, yeah. I mean, Amanda's really good at being at finding the problem areas, and so
Yeah.
I value your opinion on this stuff. But we need to dig into that because I know what you're talking about with some of those points, but I don't think that I am looking at it as deeply as you are in this case. So, Brian,
Oh, yeah.
opening thoughts. That's what we're here to do. We're
It's a
here to
movie
rip it
from the
apart.
mid 80s, so I fully expected to see all that. And it was more and worse than I expected, but it still had a lot of fun stuff. And on the comedy aspect, I think the 2016 Ghostbusters Answer the Call, the all-women cast, I think that was funnier as a movie. But
I didn't see that one. I should see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a romp. I think it has a full cast of comedians, and they're all trying to be funny in their own unique way, and it really worked for me. It's got its problems too, but yeah.
If there was such a thing as the perfect movie, then this show need not exist. So, I agree with everybody's points here. I guess I still really like Ghostbusters, but I definitely see all of its problems. It's a very the one that was most glaring to me is it's a very sexist movie.
Oh yeah.
That is
Misogyny
the
was
biggest.
hard.
Yeah, my
the
biggest
80s
criticism.
mentality.
It's
Well, I've
yeah.
been
Okay, so
writing
now
it.
that you said the R word, and now I'm like, it is kind of there, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Well,
all
Ivan
over there.
Reitman, he produced Animal House, and
Yeah.
so he did stuff like Kindergarten Cop, Stripes. So I mean, that's kind of his catalog.
Yeah, and I definitely just pointing out, I agree with Brian that Answer the Call was excellent, and it had moments of weak dialogue where they clearly were letting the cast bicker amongst each other, but some of those parts also had the funniest lines. So, excuse me. So I definitely think that was one of the funnier movies for sure. But I haven't seen the two newest ones, and it doesn't sound like I'm missing that much from what I hear, from what everybody says. So
totally different vibe. I think
Yeah.
they're calling that series the Spanglers. I like them
Oh.
as movies. They're fine, and they're in the Ghostbusters universe. But yeah, totally different take on it.
Yeah.
Casper is in the Ghostbusters universe too. Just saying. And that one's a pretty good movie too. But it's it's a better Ghostbusters movie than.
But they go for a
Maybe.
different lens, kind of the way
Oh, absolutely.
Buffy the Vampire, the movie, was very much a comedy, and then
Extremely
the series was meant to be way more serious and
Serious,
darker.
yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
they did a
Yeah.
full tone shift.
Yeah. So okay, what we like about this movie? What do we like? What are our the best points of the movie?
About Ghostbusters.
Really good pacing.
Yeah, about Ghostbusters. You like the pacing? Is that what you said?
Excellent pacing. I wasn't bored at any time. The practical effects, some of them didn't age well, and some of them were timeless.
Yeah, very very rudimentary graphics, but I think it was a great screenplay. Like I think maybe that goes hand in hand with your pacing comment. I think it was well paced, well written by the two of them. I liked all their vernacular, like the scientific vernacular. It made you think. A lot of that's. He's like a believer, Dan Aykroyd. I know that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has a vodka. He owns a vodka company called Crystal Skull Vodka.
Oh,
So
that's
he,
his
you know,
company?
I didn't know that was his, but yeah, I know
Oh,
Crystal Skull vodka.
yeah, you
yeah,
do.
yeah. Um, so
Not for any
he
particular
believes all this
reason.
stuff, and so I had that like authenticity, which I appreciated. And even though it was like science fiction, I still bought into it. It's believable enough to suspend your disbelief. You know?
The ghost blowjob scene.
Unnecessary.
Arguably the scene that needed to be there the least. Like, apparently Aykroyd insisted that one stay. They cut a whole bunch of it out, but he said that was based on a real experience one of his friends told him about. And
Oh.
I thought,
Is that a succubus? You know.
I mean,
it's just like that. Like, it's an otherwise I mean, I know, Amanda, you didn't care for it, but like it's an enjoyable film, especially if you don't think about it too hard. But that movie or that scene kind of just slams the brakes on the whole movie. Like, why is it there? Why is it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just right
It's
from the
like-
start, you can tell it's got a way different vibe, and then it does not land.
Yeah, and
Yeah, there's some weird. There are some. I feel like it's like the sensibilities of the '80s when it was made. You know, some stuff is kind of weird. I could have seen a lot. I love Rick Moranis. He's just like you see the guy and like you start laughing.
Can we just
So
talk
I
about
really-
how they could do an entire whole ass spin-off movie about Louis Tully? Like, that guy has some shit going on. Like, he's into fitness. He's frugal. Like, he said he's good at Twister. You know that party that he was having. Like, they were just showing clips of it. You know that was a sex party because no adults play Twister at a party that isn't a sex party. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, we're playing Twister.
Like, he's
later.
got
Someone in the
dimension.
comments, weigh in.
Yeah,
Is Twister
Louis-
a sex party game?
Louis
It's not
Tully
a-
has some skeletons in his closet, and
Yeah.
one weird demonic dog thing too. There,
but they play him as the joke and
Yeah.
the nerdy, scrawny fitness person that the beautiful woman would, of course, not be interested in. But even then, they go ahead and make sure that he has a hot blonde at the party that's into him.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
And
always,
he is
always
so
male
not
fan
into her
service.
at all either. Like, what is that about? He's all about Dana. But he is more than happy to dance with this freaking 80s smoke show that came to his party,
Right.
and he's not interested in her at all. And he's chest level with her too, so like, clearly, I mean, he's got like he's not. Well, you could argue that's a good thing about him because he's not interested in her for her mind or for her body. He's interested in women for their minds, not their bodies.
Yeah.
Because he loves Dana, and she's like, we don't know anything about that blonde woman except that she's hot.
I
So-
think it was funny that he kept locking himself out of his apartment every time he came out. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if they threw that in, or if it was like an outtake, but then
Yeah.
It's
then they
just
rolled
another
with
way
it
to
later.
punch down on the nerd boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just, he was absolutely just a punchline. And then they made him get, like, he was all the way up to the end. He was a punchline, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought his character, like, if you could get, like, had any amount of money and power in the world, like, I want a spin-off, at least a short film about Louis Tully and like, what is that guy's life? He knows stuff. Like, he's got range. Like, that guy.
wait. So Louis Tully is Rick Moranis?
Yeah, Louis Tully is
yeah.
the character Rick Moranis plays.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And like,
Heard he's
I
coming
would
back
love
for
to see this
Spaceballs
thing.
too.
yeah, which he left acting to take care of his family, to like spend more time with his family. So now that his kids are grown up
fault
and stuff,
that.
like, he can take a couple of weeks off to go film Spaceballs, I guess. Which
Wow.
I'm
Oh, so-
I'm down. Like, I had no interest in Spaceballs 2, and then they were like, but Rick Moranis has come back, and I was like, all right, sold. I'll go see it. So, okay. Did we see Jade's comment about the drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Did we?
I saw it all flipping up here faster than I could read it, and it's that stupid clear background again. The drug Peter carries was apparently an ADHD medication back then.
I don't know that Thorazine was a ADHD medication. It's an antipsychotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thorazine is definitely antipsychotic.
Yeah.
Was it in the 80s considered, because
Yeah, the way they
ADHD
tried to like hand wave that away was to say that she as an artist had it in her studio and he like tore apart her wardrobe, her rifling through things to find her drugs.
Did they?
So they tried to blame her for the drugs.
Which, of course, she's a woman and she's an artist, so yeah,
Of
obviously.
course.
Obviously she's crazy. But
So
did they
gave,
name drop the
Sigourney
drug?
Weaver?
Oh yeah, Thorazine.
Okay. And what'd you say, Todd?
So Peter Venkman, I forget the scene. Peter Venkman gave Sigourney Weaver the Thorazine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the phone and says, "Oh, I gave her like 300 cc's of Thorazine. She's out for the count," and then he molests her.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I glazed over that one.
Yeah, I didn't remember if he had actually said the name of the drug, but that makes sense. I mean, at least they didn't show any like full on like sexual assault in that scene, but it was kind of implied, wasn't it? It was.
Oh yeah, no, kissing on her collarbone while she's unconscious. Yeah, no, that's no.
Yeah, not great. Yeah.
But we're supposed to think he's redeemable because he doesn't accept having sex with her while she's possessed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it could have been worse.
They had the drama.
I've never seen that mentioned in any.
Oh, it does
Yeah.
get worse when, they're both possessed and so basically end up raping each other. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, Louis Tully, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Keymaster and the
Yeah, the
Gatekeeper.
Keymaster and the
Yeah.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
That was subtle.
Yeah.
Oh, so subtle.
Jade, I'm with you. I don't remember that happening. That specific the collarbone kissing while unconscious thing. I don't remember that scene, but now I got to go back and look cuz we've got a remastered version of it. So, remastered to the point where there's a scene at the beginning that Jeffrey pointed out to me earlier where the gargoyle is leaning over the city street and you can see the lines of, like, you could see that the gargoyle's head was clearly CG'd in there because you can see the lines of the street are, like, going right through the gargoyle's face. It's like, oops. And we never noticed it before because it was the original version.
It
The
looked like
SD.
a claymation.
Yeah.
Gargoyle. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I just assumed that those gargoyles were the real gargoyles on some building somewhere. I didn't know they were CG'd in. So. Oh,
Yeah.
she's talking.
So
Jade's
what
talking
building
about.
was that?
Jade's talking about the going through the stuff for Thorazine. I don't. Yeah, maybe that was just
Yeah,
an implication that I missed too.
That is something that I read online when they were talking about how they did a book for it, and they explained in the book, and that they had referenced the writers. They talked with them, and in theory, it's supposed to reference the fact that that's the reason why her drawers looked rifled through, is that excuse that they give in the book that they kind of worked with the writers
I
on
guess
to
I just
produce
assumed
for
that
why
that
the
was-
Thorazine existed, rather than having it be something that he brought with him as part of his
a
date rape
freaking
kit.
scientist. He's a parapsychologist. Like, why wouldn't he have Thorazine with him?
Because he's not a prescribing doctor.
Yeah, but surely he could get his hands on that kind of shit, right?
Yes, but for what purpose?
It would seem like that. Would
They
be
hand wave a
perfect
lot of
for
shit in this movie,
parapsychology.
Oh, a
so
lot of
why
shit in this
not?
movie,
Why
yeah.
not? Why isn't he just walking around with a bottle of Thorazine in his bag or something?
But he is kind of a womanizer, so that would
Yeah.
fit into his persona, I guess.
Hi, John. John, what are your thoughts on Ghostbusters? So, yeah, no, I had no idea about that scene. I didn't know that they wanted it to be that it was Dana's Thor. Like, and I don't think that's the kind of shit they just send home with people, is it? That's the kind of shit you need a 48-hour lockdown to get. I don't think they just give you Thorazine to take home. So that's wild to me. Like, none of that makes sense.
Oh yeah, none of that makes sense.
Even in 1984, it doesn't make sense.
I worked at a mental health facility for 7 years when I lived in LA, and I mean, they didn't administer it on site. You have to go to a doctor's office to. would do
Yeah,
that.
and like you
Right.
can't just take it
And-
home like Adderall. Yeah.
And it's CCs, so it's a liquid that you have to inject. They usually give you pills if they're going to give you something.
Yeah.
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 John said, I've had to restrain clients while they get Thorazine. It's not that hardcore. Like the Thorazine's not hardcore? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was listed for antipsychotic rather than a massive sedative, so I was kind of wondering about that. I assumed maybe it was the Hollywood hand wave for, look, drug that people might have heard of, knocks person out.
Yeah, 1984. Like, it was either that or cocaine, right?
It probably has a sedative quality, though, the Thorazine. You know, not that I've ever tried it, but
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I don't, and they don't really. Do they use it that they don't use that? It's still a drug that gets used, but I don't think they use it that much now. There's other drugs that are more preferable to that one. But maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know.
Yeah, no, there are.
Like it's still, I know it's still a thing that gets used, but I don't know that it's a thing that
I-
gets used as often as it used to.
I absolutely had to look it up. Apparently, the brand name of Thorazine is discontinued in the U.S., but the chemical compound is still used to treat nausea and vomiting, anxiety before surgery, chronic hiccups, acute intermittent porphyria, and the symptoms of tetanus.
Porphyria, like the vampire disease. That's
Uh-huh.
the vampire
porphyria is
disease.
what?
Weird.
Desire for blood, or
It's a blood disease, right? And it kind of, I think it makes you like, it doesn't make you hungry to eat blood, but like, I think that's one of the things that makes you temporarily feel better is if you drink blood or something like that. But it also makes you sensitive to light, and I think that's one of the things that is a symptom of being a vampire.
Yeah, it impacts your ability to make heme, which is needed for the red blood cells.
Right.
hemoglobin. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
did we like finish talking about what we like about this movie before we started ripping on it? Because that's a problem that we have. Like, we'll start talking about the good stuff, and then we just hard left.
It's
I
critical.
will say that I did like that this was a novel approach in terms of how movies go, because before this and even after, mostly when you talk about ghosts and supernatural things, it's always either in a horror bent where it's you versus them, and it's like a priest who's doing an exorcism kind of thing. Here it was scientists who are applying science to actually prove that it was real, so it's not some psychological thriller where they may or may not have thought it was real. They're actually catching it and dealing with it. And so that was kind of interesting. That was a novel approach, and you don't see that as much. I think like Men in Black with aliens and a little bit of like quasi maybe crossover and
Yeah.
Surreal Estate. And I'm kind of blanking on who else has kind of gone down that road rather than going for like, ooh, you are the chosen one to deal with the ghosts.
Yeah. Also, I was just thinking like kind of The Sixth Sense, but not exactly. And they deal
I
with the
brought
ghosts
up
in a
The
completely
Fly
different way in that
before.
movie.
Yeah, there's always tons of mediums, but usually not the parapsychologists.
Or even The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. You know, the scientist that went through the teleportation. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, who else didn't say what they like about the movie? I didn't. Cause
Well, I didn't like the. Obviously, the graphics are from a different era, but
they were amazing
Yeah.
in 1984, though, right?
No, they were okay. They were okay.
I don't know in 1984.
I know you don't, but I can assure you.
I believe it. And like, I mean, I'm old enough that I saw it not that long after it came out. Like, I didn't understand it, but I saw it.
Real Ghostbusters was solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
the
made
real
Slimer
Ghostbusters show.
way more attractive and interesting than the movies.
Yeah, Slimer was just a throwaway, nothing character.
Yeah.
They
And
tried to
then
make him
made
cute.
a little bit of a comedy thing in both of the movies, and then suddenly he's the biggest part. Like, he's the only Ghostbuster
Well, he's the one
that
that
got a
escaped
freaking Kool-Aid
at the
flavor
end.
named after him. Which, where is that freaking? I want that stuff back. Like, how come that's like, what was it, Ecto Cooler? Like, where?
Yeah,
I want Ecto
Ecto
Cooler
Cooler.
back. Yeah, so like it's amazing how like
You can sell toys.
that we could do another movie on that. How did Slimer go from being a throwaway like
Toys.
third-rate character to being
Toys.
like
Because
Marvel.
Ghostbusters was one of the first movies that had a really big push on like just blitzing in the media
Merchandise.
and doing the merch and like hitting that kid
Oh yeah, the
market and
T-shirt,
getting it out there.
Ghost,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
human
it's a
characters.
classic
Now,
symbol.
I thought that, despite the fact that you may or may not, it's irrelevant whether or not I find the characters' dialogue funny or not, but I felt like the characters had chemistry, like the actors had chemistry, and so they did a good job acting against one another.
Definitely, that was my favorite part of it, like the dynamic.
and then people argue that Winston Zeddemore is not an original Ghostbuster, and I understand that argument, but I also disagree that he's not, like, he's original enough, because he's the only non-scientist. He's the real guy that comes in, and I feel like they underutilized that character, not just Ernie Hudson in general, but like Ernie Hudson specifically, but like that character. They did a better job with Patty in the 2016 in the Answer the Call, because Patty didn't have the scientific background that the other three nerds had, but she had the street smarts, and so she brought more of that into it. And I feel like they could have done that with Zeddemore.
They absolutely could have done that with him as well. But the whole point of the character was that initially he was a scientist along with them, and then when he got to the movie to actually play the part, they had cut it down, introduced him later, and he was no longer a scientist. And it plays way too hard into black people aren't as smart as white people, so they can't be scientists. And instead, they have to be your street savvy black person helping you navigate the mean streets of New York.
Yeah.
And
now, see, that was the problem that I had with Patty too.
He was
is that
a scientist?
Originally, yeah. When the draft that he read for and got the job for had him be also a scientist, but then by the time they got to the actual filming, they had changed the character around. Apparently, it was meant more for Eddie Murphy, and he couldn't make it, so then they, I guess, shortened the role because he didn't have the same potential dynamic with the cast or something like that.
He did great, and that's bullshit that they would have done that. Yeah, and that was my argument, or my I did not like that about the fact that why is in Answer the Call, like, why is Patty the one who's got to be the street smart, uneducated woman?
Yep.
I mean, come on. Any of those other three cast members, I mean, Melissa McCarthy would have made an excellent street smart, uneducated, not college educated. She would have been great at it, and then it would have had that less, black people can't do this kind of vibe to it, because obviously that's bullshit. So
yeah. I think they wanted to throw it's
frustrating,
like a blue
bunch
collar,
of white people talking about this.
They wanted to balance out the scientists,
Yeah, but why did they make the black guy the one who wasn't a scientist? Like, there's three white guy scientists and one black guy who was a scientist, and then they cut the role down. Like, they could have cut the other guys' roles down.
They could have gotten rid of Bill Murray's character completely, and the movie would have been better.
Yeah, if they would have made him suck less, because I mean, he does suck the most. Like you said, Todd, he's a womanizer, and he throws every line in the book at Dana, and he doesn't, then we find out in the second movie that he broke up with her, or she broke up with him because he was acting like he was bored of her, which is a completely legitimate reason to break up with a guy. And then she freaking gets back together with him. Why? And he's the same person. He changed 0% between movies 1 and movie 2. But yeah, they could have made him the street smart, not scientist dude. It would have been fine. And I would agree with Amanda that you could probably have cut his role entirely. There didn't need to be a romantic subplot with the client, whatever.
In the beginning,
it didn't need to happen. But that was a thing.
Oh yeah, no, that just showed that he was slightly psychopathic and torturing a guy for fun, and then hitting on someone who was in a position of power under him.
Yeah, and possibly underage. That was unclear.
Yeah,
extremely young, and he was what, 40-ish scientist in that movie, and she was maybe 20. Ugh. But it was the 80s. That was okay.
It was not okay in the 80s.
It's not okay.
It is always the white male executive fantasy of what they think the wider American audience wants. And so that's what we always
Yeah.
end up with is, these animal houses and these old men with these young women.
Yeah. Yeah.
What sells?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think we both clicked there. With Patty in the answer the call, it was nice that she they show that it's not just street smart. Like she's a legitimate amateur historian. She doesn't have formal training, but she does it herself, which is pretty cool. And then
I
Jade
didn't see
agrees
that
that
one.
Peter's
Yeah.
the most disposable. And yeah, Ray and Egon. I guess Ray and Egon are so scientific, such nerds that they needed
Yeah.
Peter's flippant attitude to balance them. But did they though?
It could have been less of a creep.
Yeah, he did.
If he'd have been
it's just his thing.
a funny comedian around there, and
Yeah, he could have been
just kept him away from the
unserious.
women.
Yeah, he could have been completely unserious, but been less
Peter
gross
Peter
about it.
Venkman got them out of impasses when they were making the decision. They could go a certain way. He was the one that.
That could
Yeah.
have easily been
You know.
Winston, or just make them not so wishy-washy.
Yeah, it was just that it was the other it wasn't that Peter's character just had too many other bad things about him. He just
Yeah.
I don't hate everything about that character, but he didn't need to be gross about women. He didn't need to be sadistic. He didn't need to mock the shit. This was the thing that I hated the most about Peter's character, about his character. Peter mocks and belittles Ray and Egon for being nerds, and without those two, there would be no Ghostbusters. There would be no way to catch ghosts. They did that. Peter didn't help. He just mocked them while they did it. Which is
In the beginning, I thought
he's
his character
absolutely
was just kind of using them as a meal ticket.
yeah.
But it wouldn't have been a movie if it didn't have that different perspective.
Yeah, no, I
mean,
don't.
Clearly, but
I don't disagree that a character of that sort, of that manner, needed to exist in there. They needed an unserious guy to be the counterpart to the serious guys, but
yeah.
but he didn't need to be quite so mean.
Yeah,
he was
they made him
mean and
over
he
the
was
top,
gross. And they could have made him less mean, less gross.
And he should have been played by Rick Moranis. There we go. Problem solved. Wouldn't that be good?
Fuck yes.
He's short. He could be a little dorky, and he could just be like, "Hey, you scientists are really nerded up in here," and
Oh, and he would have been
hot and
amazing.
kettle,
Rick Moranis
right?
would have fucking murdered that role. Oh,
absolutely.
shit. Oh, now I'm mad about the
We just
movie we
fixed
could have had.
No neighbor for her. Or
Yeah,
So
well,
what?
Bill Murray could have been the weird
Just
neighbor.
just a swinger couple down the hall from Dana, and they're like, "Hey, Danny, you want to come to our party?" And she's like, "No, not."
Yeah.
And I don't hate everything about Peter, but this is critical affection, so, and he's the easiest one to be critical of. The other
Oh, yeah.
characters have their problems, but Peter has more problems than the others. I don't like that Dana she's presented as smart, but what do we know about her? We don't know. She's a musician, and she's a little bit she doesn't put up much of a fight when Peter's he's kind of harassing her to get a date with her. She says no, and he doesn't take no for an answer. And it's frustrating. As an
yeah.
adult woman,
Yep.
it's frustrating when you see yet another man not take no for an answer, and then she just goes along with it and oh, he's actually the guy I wanted all along. That's frustrating. That is a frustrating trope to see in literally any movie.
Absolutely. They stripped away any female character's agency and then just either turned them into objects to be won or desired, or literal demons. Those were the only two roles you got.
Yeah, or
But-
secretary,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. She wanted to go after Egan, and they made it clear that
Yeah.
he was not going to go after her. So she didn't even
Yeah.
get to have her attempt at a romance. She couldn't persist her way into it.
But
Only
she
the
was-
men
Yeah.
can do that.
That was nice though. That interaction. Yeah, that could have been explored. more.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree. Rick Moranis, that we needed a whole damn spin-off about Louis Tully. I'm telling you, this would
Only
have been a
the
fascinating
way
movie.
his creepy, stocky tendencies. He needs to not be nice guy TM who is stalking a woman.
Yeah, he is a little stalkery, isn't he?
Oh, Rick Moranis.
Extremely.
Yeah, his character's a little
But
stalkery
he's
of Dana.
He's clueless.
Like-
He's almost, he's clueless.
No.
But I mean, and yeah, she must not have been, I don't know, like, I'm victim blaming here. She must not have been very firm with him. Like, if she would have just told him no, maybe he would have got it. Like, but she was always very nice to him. And I don't want to upset half the panel here, but there's a lot of men out there, a lot of men that take any woman being nice to them as oh, I want to have sex with you. And that's not true at all. Like, women are nice to men because we want to be nice to people, and that's not an invitation for sex. And I think maybe Rick Moranis' character perhaps was one of those. It's like, oh, she's nice to me, that must mean she wants to be with me, and she's just playing hard to get. And it's like, it's not a game. We're just nice to people because we're nice people. Maybe that's why I'm not a nice people anymore. I used to be a nice person. Anyway, yeah, it's a frustrating, and it's, I think, less tolerated now, but it's still in too many movies.
Oh,
I wish it was in fewer
it's
movies.
definitely still there. That's one of the problems with a lot of the big mainstream media. And we're always ingesting it, and so we're always getting this low grade and dose of the misogyny and all of the other pieces. And it's and the 80s movies as a whole definitely encouraged like stalking and mildly terrorizing women in order to get them to agree to a date. It's just an absolute trope at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that era was, pretty extreme, I guess.
I mean, is this ruining anybody's love of the movie? Anybody who loved it when they saw it?
I still like that.
I still like this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
we've
done worse.
It was just the era that they made it, and I don't know.
It is very much a product of its time.
But they're all product of their time, and it's still a bad time.
It's if this movie didn't exist, we wouldn't get to come and talk shit about it, and then like learn how to make our own stories not fall into those traps. Because I mean, there are some people out there who genuinely don't like. The shit I didn't know before Amanda pointed it out to me. Oh my god! Like I was like, oh, and like sometimes it's kind of a bummer because I'm like, oh fuck, you're right. Damn it. Now, shit.
I have the same feeling. I'm like, oh no. For a lot.
Do you
of
ever
things.
just bum yourself out when you realize something?
Oh yeah. There's definitely been.
It's a gift
stuff.
and a curse.
Oh yeah. But I think it's important to acknowledge them and kind of try to like make sure that we make that part of the consideration. Don't just wholesale accept it and make it part of like otherwise you're absorbing it, and that's not good.
Yeah. Okay. While everybody is logging in, so scan the code or type in play.lookit.com and then enter that 6-digit number there when it prompts you. Go ahead, everybody who's watching, y'all are welcome to join in the quiz. Winner gets a prize.
I don't know who Jade needs a hug is, but they're making some good points.
Jade does come here every now and again. I actually still owe Jade a sticker. But y'all are getting these for free, so you get them when I have a full sheet of stickers made, that's when I will cut them out. So, yes, if you go to play.lookit.com and then type in that 645610, that's how you get in. Or you can scan that QR code. Like, I don't know if that works for everybody, but it always works for me, so.
Are we all signing in? Or?
Yeah, I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one who cannot play because I wrote the quiz. So,
also,
that wouldn't be fair.
Scrolling through the comments, I see Mr. 1000 Flank.
Yeah.
Was saying that the same thing had happened with Pokemon and Pikachu, where there was like a throwaway character that tested well and became the star. I thought that was interesting. That there's a whole trend.
Is it Pikachu?
Probably. That's kind of. They said Pokemon and Pikachu, so probably Pikachu is supposed to be just a throwaway weak little character, and instead everyone loved it so much.
Well, at least Pikachu's cute. Like Slimer wasn't even cute in the movies. They made him cute, like you said, but
for the cartoons they had to cute him up, otherwise it wouldn't have flied.
He's the one that escaped at the end too. He's like the last scene. He's flying.
Yeah, and then he gets to drive a city bus in the second movie, and they kind of just because like Rick Moranis is the one who's like, oh, you're not that bad of a guy. I'm gonna let you drive this bus while I'm on it with what is essentially a fucking nuclear bomb strapped to my back. like, in the wrong hands, that thing is very dangerous. And then he just let a ghost drive a bus. Oh, and Slimer's an answer the call, too. He is, and he's got a girlfriend, I think. Yeah, a girlfriend ghost. A ghost friend? A girl? Nope, I can't. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
There's an alliteration there. I don't have it. It's not there.
Wait, so what do we enter? A quiz competition?
So, yeah, if you want it, you can use your phone to scan that code, or you can open up a new browser window and type in play.blooket.com.
Jade's asking if they're still in there.
Oh, I hope so. If I hit refresh, is it going to kick everybody out?
I don't know.
I mean, I see you. I still see you in there. So. Well, now we know Todd has an iPhone.
And Jade, you should have a screen that looks like this, and it should say "Waiting for host." You'll have a different animal avatar in the middle. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't listen to what we're saying when you're taking the quiz, because we are like 30 seconds. We're going to be 30 seconds behind the actual quiz. That's just the lag with streaming. I can't make it any faster. I've tried. But yeah, look at your phone. Do not look at us. Look at your phone for the quiz. Otherwise, you are not going to win this quiz.
Absolutely. And if it crashes out, you can jump back in.
Yes.
And it will let you back in.
Yes. Multiple times, as Amanda can attest.
Yeah. Sometimes it brings you a new character.
It has not done that in a while, and I am pounding both of my fists on the table here for good luck.
I can always bring it back for funsies sometime. Don't worry.
Well, since they did that weird update, it seems like the problem must have been on their end all along, because it's been way less problematic.
Oh well, yeah.
No?
Overall,
Yeah,
not for
general,
what was happening with mine.
Oh, fair enough.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I think, is that how many we're gonna get? Jade was participating. Mr. Flank, are you coming? I know Kyron's probably not here anymore, because he's usually here for the first like 10 or 15, and then he's got to go. But I'll give you another like 30 seconds here. So.
And when you see it start on your phone, start immediately. Don't.
Yep.
Yes. Then it's.
Sarah said.
Is this like a Jackbox TV?
Sort of, yeah, sort of.
It's all about who can tap the right answer the fastest to get the most points.
Yeah.
You get points for being right, and you get points for being fast.
I was thinking about experimenting, like we do a mega quiz at the end of I did one in June, and then we're gonna do another one at the end of the year here. And I was thinking about switching to multi-buzzer and then just using a slideshow, because that might be funner. I'm not sure. If we get everybody on multi-buzzer on their phones, and then you just hit the buzzer when you know the answer, and then it just, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a huge fiasco, but I'm thinking about doing that because, I don't know, it seems a little more game showy and fun.
Yeah, try it next week.
Anybody think that that's a terrible idea? Because the problem is, y'all in the comments, Jade excluded, like Jade's the only one that I can think of. I know people have once or twice, but like Jade is definitely the only one who's been a repeat player in the comments, so it's interesting. Anyway, let's start this quiz. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Ready.
All right, watch your phones now. Watch your game screens. Oh shit. I think it is making a ticking noise. I didn't know it made a ticking noise.
Myself. Is it the game?
I think it's the game making a ticking noise.
Uh,
No? Wait. Alright, now I'm gonna mute everybody until I figure it out. And it's gone. I don't know where that's coming from.
Did you guys curate these?
I wrote them.
Okay.
I wrote them, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of rushing through the quiz. I was like, I don't know if anybody's noticed a decrease in the quality of the questions, but I've been rushing through them for the past 7 weeks or so. Don't know why. It's a mystery. And okay, in my defense, I don't know if the guy's name is Clortho with a C or Glortho with a G, because he kind of says it in both different ways. So
I think the subtitles
went with
say
Clortho.
But to your point.
Yeah, yeah.
What was he, the Beastmaster?
He was the key. Yeah, the Beastmaster, the Keymaster. He's the Keymaster. Oh, Jade's kicking ass.
They have 2 ferrets with them. This will tell us.
Oh, you said that.
It did.
I still got it wrong. That's on me.
Yeah, same here.
I think there's 1 or 2 things that we didn't really talk about in here. I write it and then we do the show and there's no telling. Like I may be the best person to write the quiz because I forget everything that I make in here and then we don't necessarily talk about it.
New York Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely weird to see somebody playing who is that much faster than Brian.
I gotta step it up.
Oh shit, Amanda's in the lead now by 1 point.
Jade's right there.
Yeah, you got 3 more questions though.
Was this in the movie? Jeez.
Yes. In his conversation with Janine, he mentions what he played with
Okay.
as a kid.
Oh, vaguely recall that.
I think it was
Jade the
Janine,
lead.
but yeah. He says, we had a slinky, but I straightened it.
Hmm.
Oh no, it was the Dan Aykroyd's character. Wow. I thought I might trip people up with that one, and y'all got it.
Took me a minute.
Well, they didn't. He ended up not being in the movie because he died 2 years before it was released. So,
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Would've been.
That's a good reason.
yeah.
Her case was not big enough for a cello.
No. No, I couldn't find what it actually was. It could have been a double bass. But like, I don't know, is a double bass an orchestra instrument? Because I thought that was like a bluegrass instrument.
Well, the bass is. I don't know
Yeah.
about double bass, probably.
Yeah. I was a little unclear, but I was like, well, this one seems like the closest.
Did we all get this one?
I hope so.
FC Hammer?
Ray Parker hated the name so much that he only let the backup singers say it. He never actually says Ghostbusters.
What?
Get out.
That's
Really?
true! Holy shit!
He hated that name, really? Wow.
Interesting. Yeah, well, that was
Refused to say it.
we talked.
Interesting.
Didn't we talk about this when we did the Back to the Future episode about how
Did.
Ghostbusters was like a 1970s thing, and they had to do it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
litigation
they're-
or something, and
Yep.
to get the name Ghostbusters and be able to use it.
Yeah, and then they did some kind of shady stuff to them after they got the rights. Yeah.
Yeah,
So there was a previous Ghostbuster that they had
yeah, that was unaffiliated.
Yeah, there was a
Completely unaffiliated.
live action show that had a gorilla, a guy in a gorilla costume, as part of the cast doing the ghost busting stuff. And then they did the movie, and then they went to make a TV series and realized that they were going to have a problem there, and went to the studio that made the Ghostbusters and said, "Hey, we want to use the name." And then they said yes, but then they said they wanted to be the ones who animated the series, and they they agreed to it and then pulled the rug out from under them and just called it the real Ghostbusters instead to avoid a certain amount of litigation.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. The
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Well, anyway, congratulations, Jade.
Go Jade!
Wow,
The first
yeah.
non-Brian winner in a while.
Wow, 54.
Actually, I think Steph kind of kicks everybody's ass when she plays too. But yeah, it's yeah. Jade, I think Jade has won every time. Is that right, Jade? You won every time you played. I think you have. And that's like 3 different times, and I've only actually sent one of the prizes.
Cough, cough.
Which, to be in my defense, I need a full sheet. I'm not going to print one sticker on an 8.5 by 11 when that will fit like 10 stickers. So
And what is
eventually
the
you'll
prize?
get them. Like I'm gonna send everybody their gifts, their prizes. But like I was figuring like Brian, I got a whole box of shit. So I'll just when that's full, I'll just send that, and then Jade is just waiting for me to have full sheets of stickers to print, and we'll get there. I'll get there.
What does Jade win?
Stickers, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't draw one, but I have. I have. I have them all now. They're here and they look so good.
Oh, they're big.
They're pretty huge.
Wow.
These are the
I thought they were
magnets, but
smaller.
the stickers. These are the stickers magnets. They're the same size. They're quite nice and large. I wanted them to be at least 3 inches wide and the biggest. So yeah, they're nice big stickers. And to the point where I was like, the magnets are fine, but I was like, are the stickers too big? Do people like smaller stickers? I don't know. Anyway, they're here. So I've got plenty of produce cats right now. And I did consider what I should draw for Ghostbusters, but I never actually got around to drawing anything. And then I've got like 5 sketches that I have to ink and color. Like I'm behind on that. But I did spend a little bit of time catching up over the weekend. So there's just gonna be like one of these days I'm just gonna come here with like just a big ass pile of stickers to show everybody.
Nice.
Drawings, like obviously I'm not actual.
What are you
stickers
thinking
yet.
of doing for the Ghostbusters sticker? The Stay Puft or?
I was thinking Stay Puft or like Slimer because I thought it would be hilarious that Slimer's barely in the movie, and then I also like with my Louis Tully, I'm fucking on the I am what's the word? I'm canvassing for this guy. Like I want a Louis Tully movie, and so it's like I could do Louis Tully.
Yeah.
Without
What about
the
Rick
creepy...
Moranis playing Peter Venkman?
I mean, we kind of almost got that. He did dress up like a Ghostbuster, but he was still very much Tully in the second movie. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I had some ideas, but I don't think that I actually sketched anything out yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, now's the time.
I know you love doing cars. You could do Ecto 1.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I know.
Fucking fired, Brian. Fucking cars, you guys. Cars are hard. They have
They're
like
very hard.
like you'd think, oh, they're all straight lines. It's easy. It's not. That's like the worst part of it. Like the chibis of the little chibi little baby features. Those are so much easier. Ugh. But yeah, and of course, like for Firefly, of course, I decided like, oh, I'll do Serenity. That'll be different because it's Firefly and it's not real. And like, god damn it, no, they all suck. Even when you simplify them down to like a chibi style, they still are really hard. So I think that I will not do Ecto 1.
How about a PKE meter?
Actually, that one wouldn't be bad. That's mostly boxes. If I did it straight on, as long as I didn't angle it at all, I could probably do that one all right. So yeah. Oh, did we see this, Jade? First trivia, I believe I got logged in the middle of and still won. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. We were having a lot more trouble with Bookit than we are now, and I think that it's a lot to do with the Bookit's update that happened a couple months ago now.
That was pretty seamless, I think.
Yeah.
That was fun. Good
Works a lot better.
It was harder than I thought. I mean...
Yeah, and some of them, like, so there was one that I snuck in there that technically is from Ghostbusters 2, but it's such a, like, it was such a ubiquitous factoid, and it was the Slinky question. That was the one that was actually in Ghostbusters 2, not Ghostbusters 1.
Oh, okay.
And there were a couple...
Ghostbusters 1 had the, don't you have any hobbies? Oh, like, I collect spores,
collect
fungus, and
spores
mold.
and molds.
Oh, right. Great line. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought it was Legos. I figured, as
He seemed like a Legos kid.
And because Legos aren't just a toy; they're a learning device as well, right? You learn architecture, basic architecture, measuring. I don't know, math. It's a math thing.
Yeah, biggest toy in the world.
Yeah. All right, so go back Power Broker. Let me put that link in the comments for you again. We had a lot of comments. Y'all were talkative today. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Love it. There we go. I'm pinning it.
Yeah, Egon's cool.
Egon's pretty. Yeah, Egon's the least. Actually, Egon and Ray kind of are like they're not very sexist. Like it's just Pete that's sexist.
Dan Aykroyd's great. I just love his.
Okay, so I pinned this comment with the link. Oh, it says starter. Why the hell? Let me fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I don't know why. Because fuck my life, that's why. There we go. Okay, go look at Power Broker. You can read the first issue for free. Like, there's no strings attached. You don't have to sign up for anything. Just click the link and download it. You get to keep that PDF forever if you want to. You could download it and then delete it. I don't care. It's a PDF. You do whatever you want with it after you get it. But it's only going to be there till tomorrow at, 6:30 or 7:36 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, like it's only going to be there until the campaign ends, and then that link is no longer going to be available. So just do it ASAP. You can read it, decide if you like Power Broker, and then back this one here. And the late pledges will still be open, but if you back after the campaign ends, the late pledges, first of all, you're not going to get everything. Because, for example, the sweatshirts, not available after the campaign ends. Because that causes problems with shipping. Yeah. And ordering and stuff. But, and it's a little more expensive. Because it's you're paying for convenience at this point, I think. But, yeah, if you wait till the campaign ends, then you have to pay a little bit more. So don't wait. Don't wait. Do it now. And issue 1's pretty quick to read, too. Like, it's not, it's, to be fair, Todd, you're kind of wordy in the first issue for a comic, but it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, well, it's introducing you to the world.
Yeah,
so
it's the world building issue, so yeah. So yeah, go check it out. If you like it, back some stuff. And then also go back Starcore and Fisticuffs and Boston Metaphysical Society. Like, there's a bunch of links down. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the campaign, bunch of links of our friends. Go check those out, too. But go back Starcore, because Starcore is going to end tomorrow, just a couple hours before we do. And I think he's funded now, but just don't make Starcore not fund. Because
I thought you said it's funded.
It is. I think it's funded now, but it's like only like $3 or something over the goal. So don't let somebody cancel their pledge and then unfund this thing. Go give him a little extra padding. And also, if we get, was it like 400 more bucks? It's not quite 400 more bucks. Then magnet. Everybody gets a magnet. Physical backers. Not everybody. Physical backers get a magnet. I would love to give one to everybody. But anyway, yeah. I'm starting to ramble, and it's because I'm extremely tired, which is why we should go. Before we do that, next week, we are doing... Well, now I don't know.
I don't think we have one for next week.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah. It is. We do have...
Oh.
Fuck, it's Logan. Logan. We're doing Logan next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, Nick Edwards is coming to talk about Logan. And I have not seen this one, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. So a lot of these we'll have watched them a million times, and then we're just going to talk about it, and the rewatching it, sometimes that gets you because you think you love the movie, and then when you rewatch it now with the critical eye, I mean, we ruined Ghostbusters. We ruined Back to the Future. We didn't really ruin Firefly because I think we were all aware of its faults beforehand. But still, I probably shouldn't have picked one of my favorite shows to be the one that we talk about the day before my birthday. But actually, it wasn't that bad. We were all kind of on the same page, right? It was fine. It was fine.
So what's past the test? Is anything past the litmus test?
We've had a couple of good ones that were like more good than bad. I mean, Birdemic was a masterpiece in its horribleness, so there's that. We should make because we've been talking about how we need a website. We should make a little like Hall of Fame type thing where we should have a grading system too, shouldn't we? Well, this is stuff that we'll have to think about if we ever have time, for sure.
I don't think anyone would like my grades.
That's very fair. You are a harsh grader, but if we get us three plus our guest to give it like a 1 through 5, and then we just average them together, nobody has to know what your grade specifically was.
Oh, I think they do.
But
I think
you will bring down the average.
Yeah, pretty solidly. Very that.
I want my grade to be public.
We can do that. Hey, if you guys don't care, I don't
Well,
care.
it's just the average, so they wouldn't know your score, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we
So
can change our names to include our score.
we could just be like host 1, host 2, host 3. But everybody's still gonna know which one's Amanda's if they watch the show.
Bringing down the curve.
They just need to watch the show, yeah. But see, that's what you excel at. It's like you are pointing out the shit I never even thought to look at to notice in these shows, and it helps. I think it's helping me become a better storyteller because like I can avoid some pitfalls that I don't want to step in. So
Yeah, and I never intended to be dismissing the hard work and talent of the people that are, making things, producing things, and putting blood, sweat, and tears in to make a thing. Like that's an incredible uplift and effort. And that's I always want to acknowledge that piece. That said, there are definitely times where things could have been done better. And so, yes.
yeah. So all right, next week, Logan. Week after that, is that Wicked? Are we already almost to the end of November? This is bullshit, you guys.
Hard bullshit.
Well,
Oh my god! And then we're starting in on our like we got a holiday double feature.
Yeah.
Which why
That
did
was
we
funny.
decide that was a good idea?
we've got all the
Funny.
time in the world to be
And-
watching movies.
Y'all have seen
Right?
Die Hard like 4,000 times.
That is
so.
not the point, Amanda. That is not the point. I haven't seen Love Hard, so that'll be interesting.
Exactly.
Definitely watch that one first. But yeah, if y'all we have not set in stone any of the holiday features except this Die Hard, Love Hard double feature that we're doing the first Monday of December. So if you have suggestions, put them in the comments. We'll read them. And we should go.
And that's your score, Brian? I see it on the screen.
I just put
3.5
numbers
out
up.
of 5. All right, thank you for joining us, Todd.
Thanks,
obviously
guys. It was fun.
we'll
It was
have
good to
we'll have
interface
Todd
with
back. Actually, we'll probably have Todd back like in February-ish because we got another thing that Todd made. We're gonna be releasing that soon, and you'll be hearing more about that. I don't know, probably by the end of the year. I make no promises, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm a very
I'll pick
disorganized
good movie,
person.
I
But
gotta do my
it's-
research.
Yeah, it's really cool. We got a lot of work to do on it yet, so we're not quite ready to tell you what it is just yet, but very soon. So with that being said, have a good night. We'll see you next week. Go watch more
Good night,
movies.
everyone.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
Bye.